3, 2, 1, action, action. Actually, I was just watching the Ken Block racing videos. And I thought it was kind of funny when they keep repeating themselves. But, so today we are going to, I'm actually looking at the seat as I'm talking about it. We're going to be working on a Chevy GM truck seat, very common repairs. This one actually isn't as bad as they normally are, but there's a lot of options that you could do. And I'm always getting asked questions like, how much are they? What can you do? Do you have to replace the whole seat? And so yes, we could buy a seat cover. You could get some seat covers through dealerships. You could get some through some aftermarket places. Prices currently is 2020, early 2020. They're usually anywhere from $350, $400 for a seat cushion, up to $800, $900 in that area, and then you have to have installation. So the one we're doing today is going to be a bare minimum. So we have a lot of our local pre-owned dealerships actually have cars that they just want us to clean up. So on this truck here, they want to make it look a little better. They're not looking for anything super fantastic. They just want it to not have rip on the side. So this is pretty much the basic you're going to get. These repairs are a couple $100. They're quick and easy. These seats are actually super easy to take out. In the front of the seats, there's two nuts that you unbolt, and then you lift the seat cushion up and slide it forward. There's two tabs in the back, and I'll try to show you that in kind of video over where I'm talking. So you have to also remove all the wiring underneath it, which there are a lot of wires, a lot of clips you got to pull off. And if you're not familiar with working on any of these, you have to be really careful, because a lot of these seats now have airbags in them. So if you see a yellow wire or an airbag wire or something labeled and you touch that, you could cause a lot of trouble. I mean, you could blow up the airbag. It's pretty dangerous. So I don't recommend doing anything if you're not a professional. However, most of our dealers, we've showed how to do this so that they don't have to pull the seat out and then reprogram the computer, or reflash it sometimes, or just reset all the settings. So this one here, they already removed it, brought it over to us, which is great. Saves us the time, saves them some money. So I'll show you that. Okay, so before we get started, you know, I think something is hilarious. I was watching that Coffee with Dennis Collins, and it's like so set up, so nice. I wanted to show you Coffee with Eddie Barrett at Atomic Autoworks, and this is going to be kind of funny when you see this. Yes, this is the coffee spot here. Not as fancy as Mr. Collins. He doesn't have an Iwata spray gun on top of his coffee maker. Oh, Dunkin' Donuts coffee today. Look at that. This is where my coffee is. It starts off neat, and I know you're supposed to have a spot for everything, but what's funny is there's always so much stuff going on. There's never enough room for anything. Look how dirty the coffee maker is. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, I forgot to do that. See that? I don't even know how to use a coffee maker. Oh, and as I was making coffee, look what I found. Derek, here's your pencil sharpener you're looking for. It's on the microwave. Okay, so here we are with the Chevy truck seat. I got you on a tripod so I can work, but I can't hold the camera and do it. Whenever you pull these things apart, you probably should use like some gloves or something. If you ever work on newer car seats, the metal is extremely sharp and it hurts when you get cut. I always go slow when I'm pulling these seat covers off, just because the Velcro usually rips away from the foam. So you want to hold it down so it doesn't make it worse. That came off. Keep the heated seat down. So this one, believe it or not, is actually in really good shape. So we'll go fix this. We'll do the cover. We'll do the cover. Okay, so I'm going to take the panel that we're repairing, which is the side panel that's ripped. You see the rip? Take that off first. Remove the plastic clip here. You can repair these without taking them off, but sometimes it's a pain. It's just easier. How's it going? Where do you have to go? Ah.
It's all right.
No problem.
If you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Okay, so where was I? Sofa up here. Okay, so now it is a couple hours later. I was sidetracked by another job. We have our pieces. We're going to add our sofa foam to it. So I explained what the sofa foam was, and now I'm going to cut it out for the back sides of the seat, this cushion. So there's a couple ways people use sofa foam. You could glue contact cement both sides of the material to it. If you do that and it gets hot out and the seat wrinkles, you could get a wrinkle in the seat that you won't be able to get out. Also, if you mess up, there's no wiggle room. If you mess up a little bit, not even mess up, but if you have a wrinkle that you need to pull out, sometimes pulling the sofa foam and the vinyl at the same time won't allow you to get the wrinkle out. So sometimes you'll cut your stitches, pull the vinyl, pull the sofa foam or whatever to work it in the right thing. So we're gonna stitch this. 1 second, I'll go upstairs, stitch it, trim it, and then put the seat cover together. I'm trying to get focused on back what I was doing. I just had to do a repair on a 2017 rear seat of a Chevy pickup. Got our plastic, seat cover. Want some trim. Coffee. Phone. Come get the phone. Okay, so I'm up at the sewing machine now, and I'm just going to stitch the vinyl to the sofa foam. It's a pretty simple process. So the sofa foam is sewed onto the vinyl sewed onto the sofa foam. I'm about to trim it. One thing which I know I said in previous videos is that, this isn't like we're not trying to do a tutorial on how to do these seats from scratch. We're basically trying to show a little bit of an insight for potential employees that might want to get into the auto upholstery and motorcycle seat and trade, and also show some of our customers different options of what you could do. So some of our customers want the best high-end stuff, which we'll be showing you as well. But as I said earlier, a lot of people just have their daily vehicles that they want it to look good, but don't want to spend a ton of money. So there are alternatives for both sides. This year we're showcasing that, so I'll show you trimming I feel like the Karate Kid. Trimming the sofa foam. Hold on. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. All you do is trim it. I can't do it with one hand. How am I gonna do this? Hold on, let's try this. I usually use razor blades, but I thought it'd be easier with scissors to show you this. Okay, so we're back at the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch some of the panels together. I'm not gonna be able to do it with one hand, so I'm gonna have to put the phone down. Well, it's about 8 hours since the last time I recorded this video, and we're finally about to put the cover on. We've had a gazillion people in and out today, and roll it around. So one thing I like to do with the GMC, put a couple of short screws in there just to keep it, these clip knives don't stick too well. Zap a few. A lot of times you look at the bottom of a GM truck seat and the seats are actually unclipped because the plastic just isn't holding. So these ones clip into place. I just want to make sure they don't unclip. So 4 screws in there. Should have poked through. Now we're going to clean her up. Okay, so this seat had a few things extra on it that the customer wasn't really concerned with, but you see these little pits. I'm going to patch those really quick, then clean the seat up and dye it. Now the seat's all sewn up, new panels made. So you can kind of see for an inexpensive fix. This is kind of what you're looking at. Put the new panel in. We did put a little squirt dye on it just because some of these vehicles, they've obviously aged 15 years, and you don't want to put a brand new seat cover in there and have it not match the rest of the car, so we kind of patined it so everything matches.